And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Guys, of course, the match reaction to Rangers 2, Servette 1 in the Champions League qualifying round 3. Rangers, of course, back to winning ways again after a very disappointing result at the weekend to Kilmarnock in the Scottish Premiership. However, despite Rangers' win and of course playing a lot better than they did at the weekend, I'm still not satisfied by that result at Ibrox this evening. Of course, the scoreline I don't think tells the whole story, and this game should be put to bed. It really should, and Rangers should be, being able to go out to Geneva and kind of relax almost. However, that's not going to be the case. We're going to be in for a tough game in 30-degree heat out in Switzerland next week, and as I said, we still got it all to play for to get to the Champions League playoff round. Look, Rangers never really do it the easier way, but look, of course, let's try and stay positive. Of course, Rangers, a very disappointing result at the weekend against Kilmarnock. We spoke so much about it since the fallout of the weekend, and we did say it was imperative that Rangers first and foremost got the result, got a win, and got the season going, if you like. Performance would have been a bonus, and as I said, Rangers did put in a great performance, especially in that first 25 minutes. I was like, this is a really good Rangers team. Todd Cantwell pulling the strings, Rangers creating loads and loads of chances, but the frustrating thing for me was that Rangers just simply weren't clinical enough in the game as a whole. There were so many chances, and as I said, if you watch the game, you could probably be gutted that you didn't see 5 or 6 goals from Rangers. There were that many chances, and we'll touch upon some of them a bit later on, in individuals who missed and all the rest of it, and players that stood out. I just feel a little shortchanged. I do feel like we should have put this game to bed this evening, and Rangers, as I said, haven't done that tonight, despite the domination against 10 men at Ibrox. We still got our work cut out next week, of course, in Geneva. But Rangers, of course, starting the game very positively, getting a goal through Tavernier, coming out the blocks very intensely. Tavernier, of course, converting the penalty, as Tavernier does. Of course, later on, Rangers bolstered their lead, made it 2 with Cyril Dessers getting off the mark and scoring his second goal as a Rangers, his first goal as a Rangers player, sorry. And of course, from then, I just felt, this is going to be a nice, comfortable game. I didn't think Servette really created anything. They didn't really looked like scoring throughout the whole game. Rangers then went on to try and find a third, a good bit of play. Nico Raskin putting the ball on a plate for Sam Lammers before he put it wide. The flag was up, but actually if VAR, if the ball had been converted, it would have counted, as VAR would have deemed it onside. It did look very much onside, and that's where really it stopped going Rangers' way, if you like. After that, of course, Rangers were unlucky to concede a penalty. That was the only way Servette were really going to get into the game. Well, they weren't creating anything throughout the match. They weren't really doing anything. They weren't testing our goalkeeper. They weren't really testing our defence, nor were they even testing our midfield. They weren't looking like they could create anything, but Rangers, of course, gave away a penalty. In the modern game, you put your arm up there like that, then of course it's going to be a penalty. It's unfortunate, but we know the rules now. We've seen VAR, and we've been on the good end of that before as well, so it is a penalty. They do well, score a really nice penalty, not much Jack Butland could do. And then all of a sudden, it comes to half-time. Rangers are only winning 2-1. Again, feeling short-changed. We should have probably been 3 goals up at half-time. Going into the second half, of course, it was much of the same from Rangers, but just so many sort of falling over the balls in the attacking third. A good player, as I said, Cantwell, Raskin, all the midfielders doing their job. Defensively solid, not being tested, but just going forward in that sort of final third, we can't get the ball out of feet, we can't get shots, we can't convert opportunities into real clear-cut chances. And then when there was sort of chances to score another one, there was a good bit of goalkeeping from there, from the Servette keeper, in all fairness. That Lammers one, that was a fantastic, well-worked bit of play, and did well. Decent shot, but a great save by the goalkeeper. We were just unfortunate there. Of course, Servette then did get a red card. They went down to 10 men. I did see that. He was the guy who kind of gave away the penalty at the start of the game. Just kept on fouling, and yes, a red card after a series of offences. But still then, Rangers, despite being dominant, running and dictating play throughout the game, Servette not causing any problems, we still couldn't find them put the ball into the back of the net, which is really, really unfortunate, I suppose. But as I said, I'm going to look at the positives. We've won the game. We do take a victory out to Geneva, and we've got the second leg to contend with. And I hope, of course, now we can do it. It's probably not going to be plain sailing, but Rangers rarely do things the easy way. So, of course, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a different game out in Geneva. They'll have all their fans behind them, 30-degree heat. And again, it's all to play for in that second leg against Geneva. So we have to be making sure we're ready to go and make sure that we're into the playoff round of the competition. But yeah, just feeling a bit unfortunate that we didn't get the job done tonight, because it could have been all over and we could have had a nice, not relaxing time out in Switzerland, but certainly a lot more of an easier job, even if we just won the game by one more extra goal. But it is what it is. Again, looking at positives, we've got a win. We bounced back with a decent performance. But there's certainly still a lot to work on within this Rangers team going into the next game, of course, being against Livingston at the weekend, which is a complete different game from this match. Of course, we know how Livingston are going to play, 10 men behind the ball and all the rest of it, and finding a way. But we need to make sure we find a way and get off the mark in the Scottish Premiership. You know, it's still early days. It's still early days with Beale in this team as well. So, yeah, good to get a win here today. Good to get the job done. But, yeah, still a lot of work to do, especially going into the attacking areas. We need to be way more clinical, I think, personally. But, again, look, there's still a lot of new players. A lot of the front line are new boys, but it's quite good to see Dessers get a goal as a number 9. The longer you wait for your number 9 to score, the more annoying it is. Hopefully Danilo can get on the score sheet this weekend. Simmer, not really impressed by him the first 2 games. At the weekend I didn't really see what he was offering. Today, again, I'm not a big fan of him yet, but again, it's early days, and as I said, I'm not going to judge players and write them off right now after 2 games, or 1.5 games for Simmer's case, but certainly we do need to improve our be much more clinical when we have the possession, when we have the opportunities in the final third. But again, I'm just going to say, a win is a win. Rangers go to Servette. We're still in the tie, ready to go, and hopefully we can get to the playoff round and take on PSV by the looks of things. But Rangers fans, over to you. What did you think of the performance? What was your favourite bits? What did you think was positive about the game? And what did you think was negative about the game? As I said, do let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. Look, that does bring us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, we do have Rangers t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Thank you. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.